Hello guys and gals and YouTubers, welcome. This is your host Raven 2012 welcoming you to another start of a gameplay here that I just discovered yesterday. Windward, really nice MMO type game where you have sail ships and you go out in the world, explore, do different quests to get money to eventually buy a bigger ship or equip your ship better. There's also a lot of PvP if you're doing multiplayer, and there's a lot of just regular combat situations if you're fighting against other factions or pirates. So yeah, it's a pretty nice game. I believe it just came out the 12th of this month, so last week officially came out. I think it was an alpha for a while. So I looked at it on Steam and it reminded me a lot of Sid Meier's Pirates. So you're gonna hear me a lot refer to that game, Sid Meier's Pirates, in comparison to this. If you haven't played it, it's okay, but if you have, some of you guys will probably understand. So first off, you can do single player. You can do direct connect, which is like LAN, I guess, and then you have your internet options, which is that this game takes on another life when you do internet. We'll do that later in another episode, but for now we're just going to mess around with single player. And your options, they're pretty basic here. I like the option here to simplify water for streaming. That's pretty cool, or probably recording. But here's my settings here. So single player, you're gonna create whatever your player is. It's kind of like I was reading in the forums, a lot of people refer this kind of like a Dota type game where you create a character, or in this case it's a ship, and you see it progress throughout the history of the game, and you'll have to like increase certain experience points, buy certain things for your character to better your character, and I'll show you that in the game here. And this runs off a pre-random generated or just a random generated map, and each map that you create is going to be different, especially if you're doing single player. I think it goes for multiplayer too. So you can create your world and name it here. I already have one created. And there's an option here to allow friends to join. So if you have some friends in Steam that already have this game, they're able to join you. So there's different options here. I think I increased this a little bit to 120%. The challenge, you get better rewards. It's a little bit more challenging. Combat damage, I left it at 100. There's some settings here to allow player ships. You can choose to allow other players to bring in their own saved ships, or force them to start with a new one from scratch. So if they come into your game, they'll either have to start over, or they can bring in their ships. Limit item status. When enables stats grant by higher levels, items worn in low level regions will be scaled down to ensure reasonable challenge. Okay. This option here, permanent war. If enabled, all factions will be at war. Normally, if it's not enabled, everyone's going to be kind of neutral until you kind of make a war treaty type thing, and then you go at war in that region with another faction for a certain amount of time. I think it's like a 9-minute countdown, but every time you attack or destroy one of their buildings, it kind of increases that 9-minute mark. So hostilities will keep that area in war for a while. But if you have a white flag on your ship, I was reading this earlier, you can set yourself to neutral and get the heck out of there, and they won't be able to attack you. So this screen's probably going to be different for you because I already created this. But you can create a random world, like I said. You can see here. Your design is going to be probably different. These are all each area of the map here. Basically, when you start out, you're going to choose from one of 4 factions. Honestly, I can't show you that right here. Let me see here. Maybe we can. Okay, here's mine. This is the one I got first. Sojourn. They're each one of these four factions gets different bonus abilities. Like these guys, they get. I'll let you guys read through that if you want to. But basically, these guys have better locating caches of raw materials. They get cheaper built, or ships are built for speed. They're faster ships. Sojourn crews gain experience from discovering new towns and can attain schooner and corvette ships at a discount. So that's their bonus there. These guys, the exchange, I think they're more heavy until they get more gold. They're better at doing let's see here, what's the word am I looking trade. They're better at trade, getting more money for the value of the trade. So I'll let you, if you guys want to read that, you can pause it. I'm just briefly going over it. The Valiant, these guys are more war involved. They'll get better toughness and firepower. They have basically a violent nature. Their ships gain extra experience from combat and get a discount when buying new ships of the line. Consulate, whatever. Maritime Consults. These are like your balanced, noble people. No captains are better trained and enjoy the yeah. And then there's two other elite factions that don't show up here. You have to get your ship, or I was gonna say character, to a higher level, to a certain high level, like in the hundreds. You can get accepted, and you'll get a request into these elite organization, and you can get into there. So once you start out, each one of these regions you won't be able to get into in the beginning. You're only going to be, depending on your faction, you're only going to be able to get in the darker area. And it says there, if I click on that, requires 0 experience, 100% control by the Sojourn. And if I go over here, it says require experience 50%. So the further you go out, the more hostile it is. So I go here because I think I'm a level 10 or 11. So we'll start here first, and I'll show you what that looks like. Alrighty, as you see there, it shows beginner difficulty 0. So this is the map right now. It's not, let me show you the map. I have it all unlocked here, well, most of the area, but it's gonna have like a fog of war, so you're gonna have to go discover each one of these areas. But it's a pretty good sized region, but like I said, you can travel further out. Let me show you some of these menus up here. That's obviously your main menu. This is your inventory, which you can bring up with I, and it shows this is your inventory here. And then you can put different items into different slots here. Like this is your hull, this is your sails, this is your types of cannon, this is the type of ammunition, and this is some specialized coating for ammunition. This is your captain's tools. Like right now, I have diving suit and spy glasses, which are used for certain special abilities. Like I think spyglass gives you a longer field of view, and then this class of this faction I use right now, they have this diving suit, which I can you'll see them shortly here. There's sunken ships, and I can go down there and gather stuff. Here's just your crew. You can get different types of crew. This is like a specialist you can have on your ship, and then obviously your captain. But like right here, since I have a cannon in here, if you just hover over it, it'll show you what you have equipped and the one you obviously are hovering over. So just in case if you want to do comparison. And then you got 2 cargo slots. That is for your trade. Down here is different customizations you can add to your ship. You can like add different emblems, different flag types, paint. Here's, I think you can add a special flag if you want. I don't have one of those. I guess you can add a white flag. Let's see if I can show you my ship here. I haven't really customized the color. You can customize the color if you want. Definitely the emblem. I found this little cool bird for Captain Raven. What else can I show you? Your talents. This is where a lot of people compare it to like one of those like Dota games. So I have two here I can unlock here. And you get different abilities. These are all I guess you call them passive. You don't have to activate them. They're already there. And this is how many you get to unlock right now. Since I've gone through the game a little bit, did some battle, I got 2 points to spend. This area right here, this 13, that is your level of on your ship there. So I'm a level 13. So there's different ones. This is your XP. So once you get your XP, obviously your level's gonna go up. So let's see, I got 2 points here to spend. We'll come back to that. I just want to show you this map. Obviously the M key will bring that up. Fast travel, that brings up this whole map. You can obviously travel anywhere you want, but a requirement for you to travel to is obviously if you have that level. Since this is a level 15, I can't travel there instantaneously, and there also has to be one of our faction's friendly town there for us to travel to. But even though it's 15, you can obviously transverse there manually and sail all the way out there. So if you want to risk it, you can go out there and travel, but you won't be able to instantaneously travel on this map. Players, that's for multiplayer. It shows you all the players. Instances, this is for multiplayer. I guess they call it creates like a little dungeon or a little area for you to battle in. If you want to battle one-on-one with some other player, you can invite them to battle it in this little arena or little ring area for you to battle. Since if you guys are far away from the map and you guys are not right there and you want some particular guy you want to challenge, you can do that. Or you can also set it up to do trade. It's a pretty neat little feature. And down here we got your special abilities that you have to activate. I'm gonna refer that back to like those Dota type games where you have like a special ability when you're getting in combat. Like here I can throw like a noxious cloud canister and I kind of like put them in the fog, you know, like reduce their speed and whatnot. And then you got a volley key and whatnot. So yeah, that is about it for that. And then our towns here, each one of these towns you can do this is how you get your money and your experiences through the town here. And you can buy stuff. They got cargo here. If you have enough money, if you go into the map screen, you can kind of do supply and demand. You can buy spices here, and if another town over here demands spices, you can go sell it and for a small amount of profit. And if you need stuff anyways for your own craft, like wood, I don't know if there's wood in here. Items, this is all, each one of these towns will have different items you can buy. That's for upgrading your ship and whatnot. So you just change their I guess it changed daily. Quest, this is definitely where you're going to get into making money and getting XP and doing these quests here, and I'll show you this here in a little bit. Ships, each port has a different type of ships they have available, so you can buy your ship here. You start with a small little sloop, and I got the sloop of war, and I'm trying to get one a little bit bigger. And depending on your experience, let's see if I can see this. Depends on how you've been in combat. You'll see little stars above you. The more stars you have, the more experience you get, or not experience, reputation. and when that goes up, you'll be able to get more rumors here, and they give you information about certain things. And then you have a global vault here. It's limited to, what is this? I don't know how many slots that is. 20 some, 30 maybe, 40. This is, you can access this from any harbor you go to in town, and you can store your stuff in there. So, or you can bring it out and sell it if you want. So that's pretty much it. Down here is obviously your gold, your wood. Your wood's very important for repairs, so try to keep this up. Stone construction upgrades. I haven't constructed and upgraded anything of. I'm sure that's for building other towns, because you'll get quests to build towns, and you can name them after you if you want. That's not so important right now. I use that for my faction. It helps dive, so I'll use some of this when I go dive down on ships. And then black powder, I haven't got that down a lot. I usually keep that up, and that's basically for your ammunition. But the one thing I have problems with is wood, so try to keep this up, because when you get in a lot of combats, you're going to be battling it out and have to repair your ship all the time. This is to rename your, if you're playing single player. So that is about it. And to sail, you gotta kind of like left click on your mouse and then drag it a little bit. You'll see this wind icon go up, and it'll stay up. Right click, it'll like drop the anchors and stop. But apparently right click is very important in the game, especially when you're interacting with other ships, because you can apparently hire this ship here if I wanted to. You can hire pirates, and you can also go forward, increase this by doing the WS, and slow is like drop your anchor. D is the turd, and A. So WSADs works. So here's a sunken ship here. I'll have them dive down, and some stuff's gonna pop up, and I grabbed it. So let's do a quest here. Get into the game a little bit more here. So we got here, deliver cargo. We'll do both of these since we have two slots here. It's basically deliver cargo. So now you got these two little things here. Depends on what mission you want to do. If you want to deliver cargo to Lentonval first, or Surridge first, you can click on there, and basically what this changes is you'll see this navigation line. It'll show us where to go. So we'll go to this one first, and all we gotta do is just follow this navigation line right here. And wind factor is a thing here. So obviously if you're going against the wind, you're gonna go a little bit slower. And if you're going with the wind, you're gonna go faster. It's not such a big deal with the wind in this as it is in Pirates, Semi or Pirates. Semi or Pirates, it seems once you go against the wind, you go really slow. So visually, it's a really nice game, as you obviously can see down on the water here. There's only one developer. He's done all this himself, so it's a pretty amazing job he done on this game. The ships look really good. The downside that I kind of don't like about the ships is the decks. There's not much details on it. Because like in Sid Meier's, with this type of ship or any other type of ship, you'll see a little bit more details on there, like a little bit of detail on there. You see like sometimes crew being on there, and little whatever details are on sail ships you would see at that time. Yeah, I'm trying to find the right term for some of these because I'm not a sailing type of guy. I don't know a lot about ships. But you would see the sail wheel or the wheelhouse. No, I wouldn't call it the wheelhouse. I'm sure Mr. Moose has seen this. He's probably cussing me out because he knows a lot about sailing or ships and stuff. So let's see, we got there, we got that. So let's see if there's any cargo or anything to deliver to Star Ridge, so that way we can kill 2 stones. Or kill 2 birds with 1 stone, kind of. Got that backwards. So at first, if you're playing single player, this first little region is going to be really grindy because you don't have a lot of money. And you're trying to get XP and try to upgrade your ship 1 up before you can get into some serious battles, because if you try to get in some battles with the lower end ship, you're gonna get your butt kicked. So you can go collect these things here. If you're within range, you can kind of right click on them. You always see things floating, especially when you get in battle. You're gonna find a lot of crates. Let's go check some of these out here. When you blow up ships, there are going to be a lot of crates floating around. Alright, we did that one. So that's basically what you do with that. So this is no better gun than I have. I'm going to sell that. I'm trying to get to 7,000 because I want to get this ship right here, the schooner. It's got 3 cargo space. So, yeah. So I'll be there soon. So right now, this region that I am in, since I'm not a level 0, I'm not going to get that much rewards from doing these quests. So I need to go to a higher level. So we'll travel down to 1. Let me see, where should I go? This is level 3. Let's just travel the old school way. We'll just travel up like we're really selling. So we'll head up north. And we're already here. Oh, and if you want to do any ship upgrades or anything to your ship, you obviously need to be at port. I kind of want to do some customization of this anyways. So let's get into my global here. I wanted to maybe paint my hull brown a little bit. And then we'll hit inventory, and then I guess we equip it. See what it looks like. I guess this paints the side there. And then we'll go up here, our talents, and we'll add 2 of these to our talents here. Let's see where I want to go. Exploit. What is this one? Increase damage. Oh, that sounds good right there. What is this one? Reinforced hull. Next ranked. That's something I might consider. I'm actually going to go for something reinforced sails. I want to do this because I've been getting my sails damaged pretty good. There's always junk around here. And they're different. Like that one, I got a sealed letter. If I go on there, examine it, coordinate this record. Oh, I get some sort of planks. So, according to this requisition order, one of the merchants in Molsent seems to be in dire need of some meat, but seems short on gold. Curious enough, he's willing to offer a trade. Will you be interested in this, Captain? So, let's go to that town. And that's right here. And also, if you want to traverse to these different towns and you don't have any of these quests up, just set as target. So let's set that one as target and we'll head on over there. So yeah, the other day I was really considering. Yeah, he's got two rep on there. You see the stars. Yeah, I was really considering playing Sid Meier Pirates, but there's some things I don't excuse me, I didn't like about Sid Meier Pirates, and there's some things I do like. The things I like about Sid Meier's Pirates is the ships. Like I said, there's details on them, and you can obviously, if I wanted to, I can attack another ship that's bigger than me and take it over if I wanted, and bring my crew, and all I have to do is repair it, and I'll have a bigger ship, which it could get a little bit easy, because then you can obviously just get a big ship right away. You don't have no way of grinding it out like in here. The thing I like in Sid Meier's too is their combat is a little bit slower, and the wind affects you a lot in combat. Here it does, but I think they increased it a little bit, so the gameplay factor, since it's an MMO, is to keep the fun factor going. Let's see if I can do this. And most of these you just click on here and it should. So I don't have meat to sell. Maybe I need to get some meat. Problem with some of these requests here, the stuff you find, you're not going to find these items in this region. So if you go over, highlight over here, it shows you what their abundance is and what their shortage is. Let me actually head on over this way. I don't have that map unlocked. Hopefully it's not a dead end. Oh, it is a dead end. And if you hit a ground, you definitely take damage there. And that's a good time to show you how to repair. You just hit the R key. You gotta come to a full stop. And then you click here and then you repair your ship. And obviously you see how much it costs there from wood. So that's why wood is very important. I tend most of the time from exploration is finding wood. So yeah, this episode is just going to be me and the single player. I think I might do another episode in single player, but the next ones we're going to actually jump in multiplayer and see how that is. And one thing to note on the map is you see here these little circles. These are your friendly ships here. Once you're in multiplayer, you're going to see other stars like my ship here. And that's basically other players. So I didn't know that. Last night I was in multiplayer and I didn't know. The AI is really good. I thought they were other players. That's how good they were. And I was battling them out and the AI was helping me out, my friendly AI. And they're pretty good. So I didn't know that they were not players. So like I said, the AI is pretty good in there here. Allies or enemies. Another thing I wish they would add in here, besides a little bit more details on these ships, they don't get so bad, I think, when you get bigger ships or in combat. But when you're doing a lot of this grinding out, you get to see your ship a lot, so you kind of are like, oh, I wish I had a little bit more detail on the deck. I wish you can go on the land a little bit, and maybe possibly dig somewhere and put a little secret stash of maybe like 4 item slots or something. Because your global inventory, you're already limited to a certain amount, or maybe 6 slots here. You can like dig an area, and then once you're done and you put your junk in there, you keep this treasure map on you, and it gives you a location where it is. And then say someone kills you, your ship, and then you get the little floaty crate there. If somebody recovers that, they can get your treasure map and kind of go find out where the your stash is. That would be pretty cool, Because right now there's no interaction with the land like it is in oh, what am I doing? Like Sid Meier's. I need to turn that off if I can. Okay. Some of those I don't like doing, the ones that are fine. They're just a little bit difficult. I'm just trying to transverse into the other regions. So we'll see in a bit here, guys. Alright, I'm in the other region and there's already pirates here. So we're gonna get into some battles here. See, and I got my friendly guy here helping me out, which is really nice. You don't get that in Sid Meier's Pirates too much. They do help you out, but not like this. And you see this bar out here? It tells you how much is controlled by our faction, and you get this other bar here. It's kind of like in the darkish red. That is how much pirates are controlled in this region. So it's going to be a little bit hard to traverse this area to get to the other one that I wanted to. Up here. But you can capture these towns here. You can capture anything. Some towns you can't capture until you take out like a watchtower that has cannons if they're nearby. And it's best to dock if you can, if you're damaged, because that way it'll repair you instead of using your own wood while you're at sea. And you see there I'm hitting the V key for my volley, and once I'm in range it'll turn green and I click on it and it'll shoot his volley, and these ships will drop something in there. It looks like there's some sort of, what is that, hull paint. Over time you can eventually run them out of here so you can control it. Let's see if we can get safely up north. There's another ship here. So one thing I like about this compared to Sid Meier's is your guns will fire automatically. So I don't have to sit here and hit the space bar. And then that thing is that toxic poison gas, and I just ran myself in there. But yeah, that'll slow them down and whatnot. This is a special ability I just got. So let's do a repair out here. Here we go. Here's a lookout tower. They're not too tough to take out. I just gotta line up my guns. So like I said, in Sid Meier's you have to like be lined up and then you gotta hit the space bar, but here you just gotta make sure the guns are pointing the right way. But once you damage them, you get in this control circle here and it'll take it over. Let's see how much wood we got. We got plenty. 400 is pretty good. Well, I do like that the whole color because it changes the color up on here, I think. And then we can repair this by R, and then it'll turn into one of our own lookout towers and help us out. Let's see where we're at. I have no idea. I haven't had much of this map unlocked. So alright guys, I am going to end this episode right here and start it up another episode shortly so we can continue on there, and we'll keep this these episodes a little short here. So alright guys, this is Windward and we'll see you next time guys. Bye bye.